Australia blocks world #1 tennis player Novak Djokovic. Djokovic there denied entry to Australia. In fact, Australia cancels his entry visa as well. Djokovic moves court now against deportation. Australia Prime Minister says rules are rules, no exemption. Serbia President blasts Australia for this maltreatment of Novak Djokovic, and even, in fact, there was a lot of talk that Djokovic will be exempted in Australia considering he has no proof of vaccination, but it appears that Australia has now decided that they will cancel his entry visa owing to the fact that he does not have a vaccine certificate. Novak Djokovic now denied entry into Australia. World #1 tennis player Djokovic now, his visa gets cancelled by Australia as his home country, Serbian president, blasts Australia for maltreatment.
Hopes of a record-breaking 21st Grand Slam win at this year's Australian Open was tossed into doubt Thursday for Serbian tennis star Novak Djokovic after he was denied entry into Australia. Djokovic had initially been granted a medical exemption from the country's COVID-19 vaccine requirements. But Thursday he was issued a letter by the Australian government saying his visa had been denied and he would be removed from the country, according to a source close to the tournament. Australian Health Minister Greg Hunt.
There was an exemption that had been provided through the Victorian government process. Clearly that did not pass the standards of proof that were required by the Australian Border Force. Yes, it's tough, but it's fair and it's equitable and it's one rule for all under this Australian government.
In a dramatic series of events through the Melbourne night, Djokovic touched down at the airport Wednesday at about 11:30 p.m. local time after a 14-hour flight from Dubai, but was ushered into an isolation room under police guard when Australian officials said that his visa did not allow for medical exemptions. Djokovic, a source tells Reuters, was filing an injunction to prevent his deportation. Serbian President Alexander Vučić posted on Instagram in part, quote, "I told our Novak that the whole of Serbia is with him, and that our bodies are doing everything to see that the harassment of the world's best tennis player is brought to an end immediately." Serbian media reported that Vučić had summoned the Australian ambassador in Belgrade and demanded that they immediately release Djokovic to play. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has faced an enormous backlash over his government's decision to grant Djokovic a medical exemption to play at the Open. Djokovic, the world's #1 male tennis player, has never publicly revealed his vaccination status.
All right, let me quickly cut across to Nitin Srivastava joining us live from the newsroom on this. Nitin, Djokovic now denied entry into Australia. What was the confusion? Initially, there was talk that he will be exempted, but now Australia has cancelled his entry visa.
Right, I mean, Australian Open is scheduled to kick start from 17th of this month, but a lot has been talked about Novak Djokovic's vaccination. So earlier it was discussed into the Australian Open events management that he will be given exemption, but now when he actually traveled to Australia, he was denied to enter and his visa was cancelled. So he actually approached to a federal court, and that is what we are learning, that soon the matter will come up. But as of now, it is a big blow because Novak is a defending champion and is a star Serbian player. So as of now, the only info which is latest that he has actually approached a court there, and soon we will came to know about the latest information that what exactly is going on. Will he be deported or will he be allowed to enter?
Thank you very much, Nitin, for joining us with those details. It remains to be seen. India Today continues to follow up on that news. But coming up next,